Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on you foxes!
Hello fellow Fox fans, it's Friday, it's 7 o'clock, it's the new time for the Opposition View Show, and this weekend it's a small matter of the FA Cup. Still like the FA Cup? Magic? Or just get an extra cup competition getting in the way? Well, we've got Stoke at the weekend. Let us know what you think. Get in on the views now. You can catch us live on Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. You can catch us on Periscope at Leicester TID and Facebook, of course, Leicester Till I Die, the group. And remember, if you're on Facebook, click that little StreamYard link. It just brings your name up so we're not talking to a Facebook user all the time. And if you're watching this or listening to us on Catch Up, you can do that again. YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV, obviously. Google, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, and your favourite podcast as Leicester Till I Die. This is Leicester Till I Die.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV with Chris and Chums. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. All you need for everything Leicester City FC. It's Leicester Till I Die TV. Leicester Till I Die, now available on Spotify.
So the magic of the FA Cup comes back, and it's a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, would you believe? And you want to know where to find us? We're going to be on the red button. This takes us back. Not only is it a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, I never thought I'd see one of them again, but it's on the older red button on the BBC. So you can catch us there, and it's coming, of course, from the Bet365 Stadium in Stoke. And it is Stoke, Championship club, away from home. Is it one of these? Potential banana skin, methinks. Anyway, good afternoon. We want to hear your views. So we're going to have a look at Brett. Good evening, Brett. How are you and your good lady doing this evening? The kids will beat Stoke. Big words. Let's hope that doesn't come back and bite you on the old posterior. The cup, has a special place in this old codger's heart. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Been in the final more times than not, won it than any other club 4 times. Is this our year? I want to win it. I want to see us win it in my lifetime. But let's face it, we want to win everything, you know. Good evening to Lee. How the devil are you? And Andy. Well, we're going to put this to Paul. The women's team could beat Stoke. Let's just be careful what we wish for. Talking of wishing for, I couldn't wish for anybody nicer than to have on tonight's show than an old potter himself, Paul Ferber. Paul, good evening to you.
Good evening, mate. How you doing? All right.
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Comments like that must rile you. You know, the kids will beat Stoke. The women's team could beat Stoke. I mean, you're not having. You're only one division below. It wasn't so long ago. You were in the Premier League. Yeah.
That's it. It's a funny old how it just. I say football changes. We like I say we're finishing regular in the top 10 in the Premier League for a few years. Pulis and under Mark Hughes. To be fair, it all went, like I say, it all went pear shaped. Mark Hughes took us over, tried to change the way we played. We were okay for a couple of years, and then he started getting rid of the, like I say, the actual heartbeat of the team. Your Glenn Whelan, Robert Hoof, as you know, Ryan Shawcross isn't the same player ever since he broke his back at Leicester when we lost 3-0. The season you won the league, and it's just gone downhill. To be fair, we are probably the richest club in the Championship under our owners. They run the 365 group, Bet 365 group. We're under like the restraints, obviously, with the financial fair play, but we've still got a bit of money there, and we've still got the players. We've still got some Premier League players that should walk into any Premier League side role, especially below the top six.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, you've got the likes of, we've got Joe Allen, Sam Klukas, Sam Vokes. Go on to him in a bit. Like I say, we have got John Obi Mikel, obviously Chelsea, ex-Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it's just we're just struggling. We're just struggling in the Championship. To be fair.
I wrote some names down we were discussing before we came live here, and those that jumped out at me, like you mentioned, Ryan Shawcross. These are all, I think, players that have played for you in the top flight. Joe Allen,
Joe Allen.
Yeah. Tom Ince, is that still Paul's?
Yeah, Paul's lad, Tom Ince. He's flattered to deceive. To be fair, I mean, when we got him, I think we paid again £11 million for him. Yeah. And he hasn't done really anything for us, to be fair. And when he does play, he doesn't look interested. He's just he's picking up his wage packet, and he's probably on a good whack as well. And he doesn't look interested. I mean, there is rumours going that he's going back to Derby. To be fair, he can go back for me. And there's a lot of Stoke fans will say that Tom Ince, he's not.
He was linked with Inter Milan, wasn't he? Again, you mentioned John Obi Mikel. I remember him from his Chelsea days. Yeah. James McLean, obviously, we've all heard about him. If not, seen him. Nick Powell, I was going to ask you about as one of yours, because we had him for a few games. He played 3 games for us, and I think we sent him back to Man United, where we'd got him on loan from, with a sort of bad attitude. What's it been like for you?
I'll tell you what, Nick Powell, a bit biased. I think he's probably one of the best players in the Championship, to be fair. He's very skillful. Off the ball, his movement and everything. Is fantastic. Like I say, he does create quite a bit of stuff. That's our problem. He is a creator of our like I say, our chances. It's just we need someone to put him away, and that's the problem. I mean, I say Nick Powell is probably one of our better players, but funny enough, he might not play tomorrow because he's carrying a knock. So it could be a youngster instead of him tomorrow, maybe. But at this present, I would say Michael O'Neill in his press conference today said Powell's a doubt. So, but yeah, he's been playing well this season. Been playing well.
And then, of course, you mentioned Sam Vokes. I live on the south coast. I remember him from Bournemouth. Again, you didn't seem too impressed with him. No. I mean, again, a lot of money. Again, we spent. Let's say when we were trying to get out the Championship, like I say, £9 million, and he's useless. I'm sorry, he is useless. He can't hit a barn door. Yeah. He might be my hero tomorrow night if we beat Leicester, but and he scores. But at this point, he is. And it's like the same as Tom Ince, flat to deceive. He can't run. And for a big bloke like Sam Vokes, he's tall, he's strong, but he can't win an header. He can hardly get off the ground. And it's just so frustrating because he's got it. You know Tom Ince has got. Tom Ince has got it. But they just haven't done it for Stoke. But he could play tomorrow, Sam Vokes, to be fair, because we ain't got no strikers. Well, Lee said exactly has said this: you can have Nacho for half that free. We were talking about Nacho before the game, and we paid 30 million for him from Man City, and he doesn't flatter; he just deceives. And I think This game's probably got 0-0 written all over it because we've both got quite good defences and nobody up front. I mean, again, sorry, somebody here has just said Stoke on the day can pull off a wonderstroke, so we need to give Stoke credit as a football club. I mean, I know certainly as a Leicester fan, and this came up in the preview show on Tuesday night, of course. You tend to not bother about clubs for years and years. Oh yeah, that's them. We never I never saw Stoke as either a rival or a derby or anything like that. And then of course, you sent us down to League 3.
Yeah.
In that famous game, you got promoted and we went down. And a few 2013, 2012, 13 like that.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes sort of one game can change your whole thoughts on a club. But
yeah,
do you look? I mean, you were saying Tyrese Campbell. Did you say he's out for the whole season?
Yeah.
I mean,
such a shame.
We've got, by the look of it, unless he's playing mind games, but I don't think he is. We've got Vardy and Maddison out tomorrow. Do you look at that news and sort of rub your hands with Lee and go, "Oh, good"?
Yes, I suppose in a way it's Vardy and Maddison. I mean the pace, Vardy's pace, even his age still is frightening. When I watch him on the telly, it's frightening to see. And and if he'd played tomorrow and against our centre halves, bear in mind they are rock solid along the ground and up in the air and that. Again, like Bournemouth on Saturday, long ball over the top. Done us for pace, and that's how they scored, and that's how they, and we didn't have an answer, and that's probably, like I say, we are solid at the back, but any pace against us, that's the problem. But and I'm a bit relieved, but that he's not playing. If he's not playing, it could be mind games. I am a bit relieved he ain't playing, but that's our downfall. We are solid, but any pace against us, crikey.
You're relieved. We're panicking, like you say. Although our second string team has had to do well because we've had so many injuries. The bad news is we're virtually all back to full fitness now, barring probably Ricardo Pereira. Just turning the corner now, but they have proved that they can do it. But like you say, up front, no Vardy. Can he? Unless he's going to sort of do something with Barnes. Hopefully, he's going to play Barnes. But of course, did you get a chance to see Barnes because he was at West Brom a few years? Was that when you were in the Championship?
No, I don't think it was actually. I'm trying to think. Oh, he did play. It's funny enough. Yes, he did play for West Brom. I remember they played. It was a midweek game, and he tore us to shreds. I thought, I must. Yeah, he did. He did play. It was the. I tell you what, when it was the season, our first season in the Championship. Yeah, I think it was because we went down with West Brom and Swansea that season, and it was a home game, a midweek game. They beat us 2-0. It's when we were really struggling. It's just. And he did play. To be fair, I can remember it now. He did. He tore us to shreds. But we are a different team. So when we got relegated to now, I mean. We've had Gary Rowett as manager, didn't work. We had Nathan Jones from Luton Town. He was doing wonders again at Luton, really. He's turned them from a relegation outfit to a mid-table side. But he just didn't work out for us here, Nathan Jones. He talked the talk, but like I say, he didn't. But this Michael O'Neill, absolute masterstroke, Northern Ireland manager, made him hard to beat. And he's making us hard to beat, especially in the Championship. I mean, you've got Martin O'Neill. That's a slip of the tongue. Yeah. You've got Michael O'Neill there now. Like you say, ex Northern Ireland boss, and you sound happy with him. Yeah, fantastic manager. Bit dubious about his subs sometimes. There's games where we think, well, we could take something out of, and he makes these subs, and you think, oh right, okay, but he's made us definitely hard to beat, definitely solid. What I do like about him as well, he brings the kids through. I mean, we've got Nathan Collins, right back, 19 years old. Harry Souttar, centre half, 20 years old. We'll say Jordan Thompson in the middle, 21, Northern Ireland international. We've just signed a guy from Schalke yesterday, Rabbi Solonko or Solondo or something, and apparently he's really good. Man City sold him for £11 million. We've got him on loan to the end of the season with a £5 million option to buy. And O'Neill come out today and said he's that quick. He's really good, exciting to watch, and hopefully he could be the replacement for now for Tyrese Campbell, because that's, like I say, ever since he's got injured, we just don't look like scoring, to be fair. And it's
is that in time for Saturday? Will he get clear?
Yeah, he's in the squad. It's been confirmed. He's confirmed he's in the squad. He's only 20, so you know.
Oh, I mean, you never know. We signed Fofana, who's only 18, 19.
Yeah, good player. Good player.
He's a quality player. I was going to say, because obviously if he's coming over, we've got the COVID situation. I think it's been announced as one of your players been tested positive. Yeah.
We obviously they've not announced who it is. So obviously we'll find out. We might find out tomorrow when the team gets announced and see who it is. But we've been quite lucky. I know it's a bad thing, but we've been quite lucky with this COVID situation. We had Michael O'Neill had it beginning of the season, pre-season, and we had Harry Suter's girlfriend or wife. She had it and he had to self-isolate. But that's I mean, touch wood, that's all we've had so far. And then today there was a positive case. But like I say, we don't know who it is. Stoke have not announced that. So
I'm guessing because, you know, I mean, it is a terrible thing and something we've got to live with, unfortunately, and get through. I'm guessing because it's only been one player, it hasn't been announced anything else, that the game's still going to go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say the game's still going to go ahead. I'll say it's only the one positive case. I'll say I did listen to like I say, the full press conference before I come on. So like I say, it's still going to go ahead. We've got the one case, a couple of knocks. Like I say, a couple of people out. Like I say, I've mentioned Nick Powell. He's a doubtful tomorrow. James Chester, ex-Villa, Welsh international. He's a doubt. Stephen Fletcher, again, another name you all probably know. Stephen Fletcher, he's out, injured. Lee Gregory, out, injured. We have got quite a few out, but we have got a few back.
It sounds like us at the start of the season, you know. Like you're reading out the assembly like Smith, no, who's here, sort of thing. I mean, I'm just looking at the table. And I had done the table, but I think unfortunately with the recent draw, you dropped down one. Played 23, won 9, drawn 8, lost 6. Yeah. You've scored 26. You've let in 22, 35 points. Are you stronger at home or away?
This season, funny enough, this season away from home. It's obviously it's not as a fortress as it used to be in the Premier League, you know, and obviously without the fans and everything, it's top of a hill, it's cold, it's wind, and it is cold and windy. When I mean my season ticket, the wind shoots through, hits me on the side of the face every. But you know what I mean, I do miss it. I say we all miss it, don't we? Yeah. But yeah, so our home form hasn't been too good. I mean. Yeah, I think we've lost 6 games, as you said, and I think 4 of them we've lost at home, to be fair. Palace, Bournemouth, not Palace, who is it? Bournemouth, Norwich, Cardiff, Bristol City. There you go. They're the 4. They're the 4 we've lost at home. Yeah. So, and then a couple away. Swansea, I think we lost, and I can't remember.
If to be fair to you, teams that are sort of up there or thereabouts.
Thereabouts, yeah. I mean, this season we are. Let's say with this season, we are giving the teams around us, we're giving them a game. I mean, like Swansea's, your Norwiches, your Watfords, we are giving them games. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just, the games we've lost, we should have won. You know, the games we've drawn, we should have won. It's weird. And the injuries didn't help. The injuries haven't helped at all.
You could actually be talking, as I say, about Leicester. You know, we lose to Fulham. Yet we beat Man City. I mean, it's just one of those seasons. And the only reason I was asking you about that, because our home form, to be quite honest with you, has been atrocious. But away from home, we're actually, we are, and that is the one thing about this, is that we are away from home, you know. But we are unfortunately going to make a lot of changes. I mean, Andy said here it's a tough league to get out
of.
Yeah,
crikey, yeah.
We know, we've been there, seen it, had the T-shirt sort of thing. We do know that. But and your form of recent, just looking here, I mean, the last 5, you've only won one of the last 5, but you've got 3 draws.
Yeah, like I say, games we should have won, really. We went to QPR in the midweek over Christmas, drew 0-0. Then we went to Coventry, 0-0. We have had a lot of 0-0s, and it says it all. We're solid at the back, but we just can't. Since Campbell got injured, Tyrese Campbell, we're just struggling to put the ball in the back of the net. To be fair, and like I say, it's a hopefully with these players coming back, we've got coming back now. Joe Allen, Obi Mikel, and that Sam Clucas, and obviously we signed this geezer from Schalke as well. Yeah. Hopefully that we'll start scoring some goals. It's a free hit for us tomorrow. To be fair, free hit. It's for me personally, living in Leicester, being a Stoke fan, living in Leicester, it's a big game for me. Always has been a big game, but it's a free hit. It's a free hit for us. It's a free hit. So.
I mean, I want us to see. I want to see Leicester win the FA Cup. Like I said in the introduction, we've been the bridesmaid more times than any other team. 4 times we've got there, 4 times we've lost it. And obviously, as a fan, I want to, as you do as well, obviously, I want to see every game. But like you say, I get what you mean there, because should you beat us, and there's no replays now, so it's going to straight on to penalties. That and obviously we know that can go any way at all, especially after the way Nacho took his penalty the other week. But if we go out, it's not going to be the biggest disappointment in the world. I mean, for us, we're looking at top 4. We're looking at Europa League that we're still in. And obviously, I'm sure you, as much as you want to do well in the Cup, the chances are, without being disrespectful, you probably wouldn't win it. Promotion has got to be your main aim.
Yeah, of course, it is. I've got to be honest, we are... If we get in the playoffs, that's an absolute bonus. I still think personally we're another season away from actually going up. To actually be ready for the Premier League. I think if we did go up, we need some serious overhaul of the players and that. We do it. I mean, Michael O'Neill, don't get me wrong, he's turned us around from. I mean, we were bottom of the Championship, 8 points adrift last Christmas, and how he's turned it around is unbelievable. And we are, like I say, we are solid. We are good to watch sometimes. It's just like I say, it's just going forward. Sometimes it's so frustrating to watch when Campbell was in the side. It's not just one player. I mean, we had Sam Clucas, John Obi Mikel at the beginning of the season before they had bad injuries. We were scoring for fun. And then they got injured. He got injured. And then it's just the goals have just dried up, and it's at the moment it's just a lot of 0-0 draws at the minute. So,
well, it can't be 0-0 tomorrow, because I don't know if there's extra time. I presume there's extra time. I'm
not sure.
But obviously, I do know there's no replays. The other thing that there's not, which is we were talking on the Tuesday show, which we are very not upset. There's nothing we can do about it, but shocked at. And that's the fact that there's going to be no VAR there. Which, obviously it's at your, the Bet 365. So it's a championship where you don't have VAR week in, week out. But, and I'm not sure who's at home tomorrow, to be honest with you. But let's say, as example, I quoted the other night, Man United are at home. They get a penalty shout. It goes to VAR. It's given, if it's a penalty, where that wouldn't apply to us. You get a penalty shout, we get a penalty shout, and you've got to go with the ref. And I don't know this ref at all. Is he somebody? Do you see much in the Championship, Tony Harrington?
No, honestly, I'm not really heard of any of them or the ref. To be fair, no. It's not like I say with the Championship. It's not like the Premier League where you obviously you get to know the refs, don't you? In the Premier League, what's his name? The Tranmere fan. I can't remember his name. And you do get to John Moss, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But with the Championship, they tend to. You don't really know. To be fair, there's different ones every week, and I tell you what, the standard of the refereeing in the Championship is, and it's ever since we've got relegated, it's. I mean, I don't know what it's like in the Premier League, but the Championship, it's atrocious. The ref, yeah.
I think you. I mean, let's be honest with you. The decisions go for you. The ref's having a brilliant game. The decision goes against you, and the ref's rubbish. That said, the other week we did have a ref that actually wanted to join in that much. The ball hit him 3 times. He couldn't get out the free quick. So our games getting stopped for that. But yeah, and we got VAR, and I don't know. I was one of those that wanted VAR. In essence, because I did think it would help the referees, because we were complaining week in, week out about referees' decisions, blah, blah, blah. We're now talking about bad VAR decisions. It's just overall no better. We're just complaining about something else. But I do think it's unfair when one set of matches can have VAR. Yeah,
I totally agree.
Matches can't, but hey. It's what we've got to live with. And just looking here, because the last time we played in the cup, which was each of the 2014, you beat us. You were 2-0 up. Nugent got the 77th minute. We had Nigel Pearson in the dugout, and you had Mark Hughes in the dugout that year.
Yeah. As I say, do you know what that game? Funny enough. I was in hospital, funny enough. That's one of the only Leicester games I met. I was in hospital, but I remember being in hospital and watching that in the hospital bed. I'd been in, like I say, I had some bad headaches, and like I say, I watched that, and then I remember it well. But I couldn't do a lot of celebrating because I was in hospital. Like over the years, where we've beat Leicester, and like I say, live in Leicester and that, and the banter you get is it's good, But that time, I remember that occasion, I couldn't do a lot apart from maybe a bit of Facebook banter and that. But yeah,
put your hand up, hey, well
yeah.
I was like that when we beat Colombia on penalties. I was in the World Cup. I was in hospital, and I couldn't get excited at all without pulling my needle out my arm. But, so looking at tomorrow, then, who are the players? I know we mentioned a few there, and you said you've got a lot of sort of bad injuries. Having seen this press conference today, Michael O'Neill, who are the players that Leicester should be on the lookout for? Who should we be fearing?
Right. I like I say, going forward, like I say, Sam Clucas is back. He's back now. Quality midfielder. He could play right across the middle. Creates chances. Nick Powell, who is a doubt, but he's good enough for it. He's good enough for the Premier League. Joe Allen, everybody knows Joe Allen, how good he is. He's only just come back after 9 months out with an Achilles. And we got this Rabbi Matondo. He looks quality. I mean, obviously you only watch him on YouTube in that, and he looks really good. I'd say like them 3 players: Nick Powell, Joe Allen, Sam Clucas. They're the 3 players that are really good. And I'll tell you another guy that's really, really, really that's coming from nowhere is we've got an England under-21 international goalkeeper called Joe Bursick. He'd been on loan to Fleetwood, then Doncaster. We'd had these injuries, Adam Davis. We'd sold Butland to Palace. Adam Davis, Angus Gunn. They both got injured. We had a right nightmare with the goalkeepers. Then we got like I say, an emergency keeper in. He got injured the first day of training, so we had to recall that. We had to get this Bursick back from Doncaster, and it would never look back. He's never looked back since he was his first game. I believe we played Huddersfield and we won 4-3, and then the next game we played Norwich and we lost 3-2, and he looked a bit nervous. But ever since then, his distribution, his ball at his feet, his saves, very confident young keeper. Like I say, but hopefully he won't be kept too busy tomorrow if he plays. If he plays.
Well, I think he can probably put a deck chair on the goal line.
Okay.
But we're going to come back at the possible scores in a minute. We're just going to have a quick 10-second break, and then we'll be right back with some score
Hello,
predictions.
Matt Elliott here. Be sure to watch Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and follow all their social media platforms for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. And so let's anybody that's watching, let us know what your predictions are. I've gone for 2-1, which is my favourite score that I've gone for most games, because we've got a defence that can always seem to let one in. Do you look at this? I mean, what were your thoughts when you drew Leicester at home? Did you look at that and think, oh, God, I wish I'd got Man United, or I wish I'd got, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Or do you look at it and, thinking, well, it was better than Rochdale away or somebody like that?
Yeah. Well, like I say, again, living here in Leicester, and obviously my wife's a Leicester fan, and obviously her family, and my mum's from Leicester originally. Like I say, it's for me personally, it's a big game for me. It's not so much because we can't go. I mean, if they were letting crowds in, I'll be buzzing tonight. Well, I won't be able to sleep tonight. It's a big game for me personally.
Yeah.
But it's sort of tarnished it a little bit. Obviously, not going. Obviously, I'll just sit in the living room tomorrow, watch the iPlayer, and and you know what I mean. And that's it. Really, it's just one of them. It's one of them. Obviously, I'll get banter through Facebook and Twitter like I normally do. I still get it now. I
say, and from the missus and the mother, I hope.
Oh God, yeah. It's just like it. I get loads of. So I can take it now. I say I've lived in Leicester 20 years, so I can take it now. So.
Yeah. I'm sure. Did you have that? Going back to that game when you sent us down, did you have to go into hiding for like 2 weeks after that?
Oh crikey! I remember like that. I remember that well. And I say where I was living at the time. I remember going to. I shouldn't have done it, but I remember going to my local pub and knocking on the window, and I opened my coat up and showed me Stoke shirt, and obviously. You should have seen it. It was funny. Yeah, running down this road, and lads chasing after me. Come here, you Stoke. You know what I mean? It was just one of them. But I didn't have. There was not many times that I could have celebrate a win. To be fair, every time we seemed to play Leicester at home, it used to be draws, 2-2 draws, or whatever.
I mean, I'm just looking here.
The only game I can remember. Yeah.
And our match history, we've actually played each other 101 times. 35 draws, and then we've got 33 wins. You've got 33 wins, so it's pretty much
even Stevenson. Yeah,
tight games. What are you going for tomorrow then? Let's have a score prediction off the Stoke fan.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go for 2-1 us. I'm going to go 2-1 us. To be fair, I was thinking earlier about it. I thought 1-1 penalties maybe. But I'm going to go for 2-1 tomorrow. The reason I say it is with Leicester, what side they put out. I mean, we've played Aston Villa this season away in the Carabao Cup. We beat them 1-0. Yeah. Villa put quite a strong side out. The best one, the next round when we played Wolves away at Molineux, we beat them 1-0. We put all our kids out, who are now playing now, obviously, because of all of injuries, and we beat them 1-0. And Wolves put a very strong side out that night. You mean your Ruben Neves? The guys you see, Jimenez, they all played, and we beat them 1-0. So there's hope. There's hope. Like I say, 2-1 tomorrow. I'm going for, and let's hope, and let's hope and celebrating tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Pardon?
This is Joe. He says you look good on the telly, Paul.
Yeah. I think she's friends with that Brett. I think that Brett has just commented. So. I think she's friends with him. So, I've just seen that Cole Justine Muggleton.
Yes.
I know Cole Muggleton quite well. He lives in the next village to me. So obviously, I'm Firmiston now, and he lives in Syston. So, pardon?
Driving instructor, I believe.
Yeah, driving instructor. Yeah, he's driving instructor. I mean. I've got this little story about Cole Muggleton. I mean, it'll be very quick. Tranmere Rovers away on a Friday night. Me and my friend Mick Locke, travelled up on the Stoke supporters coach on a Friday night to Tranmere Rovers. Cole Muckerton's playing. Funny enough, my mate Mick was from Syston originally. Spoke. He says, "Oh, Cole, we're behind the goal. Cole, how are you doing?" He goes, "All right, Mick. How you doing?" He goes, "Oh, you couldn't do us a favour tonight. Couldn't give us a lift back to Leicester." Cole goes, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You go on the supporters coach. I'll meet you." This was when we were at the Victoria Ground. He says, "Oh, we'll meet you at the Victoria Ground and we'll give you a lift back, give you back to Leicester." And it was so surreal. We got the supporters coach back from Tranmere back to Leicester. To Stoke.
Yeah.
Louis McCarry and all the players get off. Carl Muckerton. "All right, Mick, how you doing?" In his car, give us a lift back to Leicester, and it was a surreal at the time. You know what I mean? The Stoke player giving us a lift back to Leicester. It was, you know what I mean? It was brilliant.
Guy.
So,
Sound guy.
and he's a nice guy. I mean, I do drink in South. Well, used to drink before the pubs were shut. I do drink in South now and again, and I do see Carl quite regular and say hello and have a chat. So yeah.
Well, give him our best from Leicester. He did.
Yeah.
He did. I think I did my favourite things with ex-players. So he's a nice guy. So give him a hello from. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comment that's coming up here. Give him a big hi from us. Firms, get off my computer. This is a Leicester.
There you go. The banter's starting already.
That is because he's not signed in. Hey, Paul, it's been great. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being on.
No problem.
As we always say on these things, they always say that it doesn't matter who wins as long as football's the winner. We know that's bollocks. We both want to win, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do.
I think after speaking to you tonight and hearing that Maddison and Vardy's out, I think it could be a 0-0 going to penalties. But we've both gone for 2-1 the other way. Paul, good luck for the rest of the season after.
And to you. Yeah.
Get yourself up into those top positions and hopefully see you in the Premier League next season.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, take care. Thanks a lot.
Brilliant, mate. You stay safe and look after yourself. Cheers, mate. All the best.
Cheers, Em. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So a big thank you to Paul there for joining us. Really nice. It's really nice speaking to the opposition fans when you can have a little bit of a banter, a little bit of a laugh and a crack without it getting out of hand and silly. So he's gone 2-1 Leicester. He's gone 2-1 Stoke. I've gone 2-1 Leicester. We have a feeling if we're playing Nacho, their top striker's out. Could it be 0-0? Let's hope Barnes has got his shooting boots on tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are want to watch this on catch up, like I say, it is Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. Please press that subscribe button. We're growing slowly but surely, but every extra subscribe makes us feel wonderful and know that you enjoy what we do. Thanks very much. And if you want to listen to us in about half an hour, we'll be on Google Podcasts, Apple iTunes Podcasts, Spotify and Anchor Podcasts, and all the other main podcast streams out there. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff, like we've said before. It's on the BBC iPlayer. I had heard a rumour Sky might be showing it, but I haven't found that at all. So I think it's just on the red button on the iPlayer, 3 o'clock. Join us at 2:20 for me and Josh's pre-match show when we'll be looking at the team that's announced. And then join us at 5:40 for me and Brad for the post-match show. Have a good night. Let's hope for a win tomorrow. It's the FA Cup. Is this our season? Let's hope so. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been Leicester Till I Die.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Shut up and sit down.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.